Hey, this is Kaye and you're at Distorsión Mental. Now we're going to talk about the different kinds of cards you can find and what they are for. There are different kinds in terms of size, in terms of material, and you have to know which one you have to use depending on the activity you want to do. Let's see. Okay, first off, I'm going to talk about the difference between the sizes. Okay, there are two sizes in poker cards. Well, there are poker cards, poker size, and bridge size. Basically, the difference is this, the width. Okay, as you can see, these cards are like wider, and also these cards are thinner. Okay. You will find that these cards are very thin, and this will help in games that use both deck of cards. There are many games in which you need, instead of 52, you need 104 cards, family games and stuff like that. So these are not the best cards that you can use for Magic, for Cardistry, or anything that you will find in this channel, well, except games. Okay, and these ones are very good for family games. These ones are the ones that you have to buy if you want to practice Cardistry or Magic. Now, I'm going to talk about a little bit more about this, but first let me explain that these are CAM cards, and both cards are produced by the same company, the USPC. Okay, Bicycle and CAM are both produced by the same company, but these ones are good for games, family games, and these ones are good for Magic. In fact, this is a staple of any magician around the world. Why? These cards are very cheap and very useful. The basic difference between these cards and regular other cards will be the air cushion finish. Okay, I will show you another deck that I have here. Okay, these cards are the same size. Okay, these cards I have here are produced by a Mexican company, and they are useless for Magic, but they look really cool. And I will show you the difference now. Okay, I will open this deck of cards. Okay, the material of these cards is paper. Okay, it is completely paper. Now, you will see that the more you use these cards, they will get ruined really quickly. In less than 1 week, you will ruin your cards if you use them for playing or for anything. So the whole purpose of this deck is just collection. So if you want to collect cards, well, that's fine. But if you want to use this kind of cards for Magic, okay, you can forget about it, because they're not for that. Okay. Now these ones are not completely paper. I'm going to talk about it. Give me 1 second. These cards are made of a combination of plastic with paper together, and it's very difficult to explain exactly what it is, but it will last longer than regular paper. And it also has this texture. You will feel it when you pass your hand through it, and you can actually see it. I don't know if you can, but it has a texture. This will help manipulate the cards better. Okay, and I usually buy a deck of cards every 2 weeks because they get ruined, but they don't get as ruined as they would if they were paper, and they continue working until that moment. Okay, so that's really important. These are the cheapest cards that you will be using for Cardistry or for Magic. That's why these are the most important cards that you will find around the world. They are sold everywhere, including supermarkets and wherever you want to find cards. You will find this. Now, this is a deck of cards that came in a box with chips for Texas Hold'em that I bought. Okay, these cards are really cheap. They are made of paper. They even shine, as you can see. Okay, and they're completely smooth. They have no texture at all. And As you can see, some of my cards are already ruined, and I only played with these cards like 2 times. Okay, so well, that's the basic difference. Okay, so I just hope that you understand the difference. You cannot do anything with these cards. If you play with them, they get ruined really quickly. If you try to do magic with them, you will find a very hard time trying. Okay, so these are not really good. Now these cards I'm holding here are also bicycle, but they are made for collection purposes, even though they are really good for handling too. Okay, but they're a little bit more expensive, and usually these kind of cards tend to not appear again for some time. So for example, if you buy this Everyday Zombies deck, you will notice that they will not reprint these cards, so they're good only for collection. If you ruin these cards, you will not be able to find the same deck of cards again next year, probably. Okay, well, when you handle these cards, you will find it extremely good. The fanning is really good. It's just a standard deck, and it is really good. Okay, and they're not paper, they're also the same, they have the same air cushion finish. Well, basically the difference between this deck of cards and this deck of cards is not the finish and not the material, but just that you will not be able to find this deck of cards in a couple of years. So whenever you find this collection, well, this deck's made for collections. The best you can do is to buy them if you like to collect cards, obviously. But if you are not interested in collecting cards, well, just get a regular standard bicycle standard deck, and you will be fine, because the handling is the same, and well, it has the same finish, so there's no difference. Okay, I have these ones because I love to collect them, and also because, well, it's going to be Halloween and I will be trying to use this deck for something. Now, the next deck of cards that I have here is this one, the Artisan. This has a different finish. As I told you before, this has the air cushion finish, which is really good for Magic, but this one has another kind of finish that is called the Magic Coating finish, which is very good, especially when you have more experience. Now, I don't recommend using this kind of cards for practicing, because you will ruin them. You should use these ones for practicing, but these ones are very good. When you hold them, when you have some experience and you handle them, you will find them extremely good. Okay, as you can see, I can do stuff really easily, and yeah, well, basically they have a higher durability. However, it doesn't mean that they will last forever. They will last a little longer, and they are made with more expensive material. So basically these are really good deck of cards. However, you don't want to use them too much because they're more expensive too. These ones were made by the USPC, but it was made together with another company that's called Theory 11. Theory 11 is a company that makes, does magic things and videos and stuff like that. Well, this one is a very different deck of cards. It's called the Bicycle Prestige. Even though it is also bicycle, it doesn't have the same finish. It doesn't have the same material. These ones are I told you it is cellulose and plastic, but these ones are 100% plastic. The difference is the durability. These ones will last almost forever. If you want to play poker, these cards are the best cards you can find. Bicycle Prestige. They have a very good handling. Well, obviously a very good handling comparing it to plastic decks. Okay. because as you can see, you cannot do anything with them. If your plans are to practice magic or cardistry, these are not the cards that you will want, but they will last a long time. So these ones will be really good if what you plan to do with the deck is just play poker very often. Okay, and those are all the kind of cards that you can find. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please like it and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you around. I hope you see my other videos. Bye.